guys, today, the story that is important today is probably one of my all-time favorite stories from the Bible. It has a journey in it, it has interesting characters, it has mistaken identities, it has food in it. It's a great story from the Bible. Yeah, and those are all interesting things. But you know what? Instead of me telling you the story, I thought I would have some friends help act it out. So we have a few actresses here that are going to help me kind of match. So they're going to play the disciples. Are you guys going to play the disciples? All right, they're going to play the disciples. So stand up. So be the disciples. And you're going to start over here. All right. These disciples, we're going to pretend it's Easter Sunday, and they are still sad because they knew that Jesus died on the cross. They haven't seen him. They heard maybe rumors about how the tomb was empty, but they have not seen him yet. And then I need someone to play Jesus. Who would like to play Jesus? All right, Jenny, come on. All right, so Jesus, you're going to be right here. So these two disciples look sad. Let me see the sad. Oh, look, almost a tear. So they're walking along, they're talking, just pretend to talk to one another. Oh, they're so sad. And then a person comes over to them. They don't know it's Jesus, but it's really Jesus. No, they can't tell. Their eyes don't see Jesus. And the person says, "What are you guys talking about?" And they say, "Haven't you heard? You don't know what's happened?
Haven't you heard? You don't know what's happened?"
And they tell this person the whole story about their friend Jesus, who died on the cross and was put in the tomb. And then some women said that they saw the tomb empty, and angels told them that he came alive again. And this woman says, "Well, of course, didn't you read the Bible? Didn't you know what the prophet said? How Jesus had to suffer and die?" And the people, they weren't sure what to think, but they just kept walking along, keep walking along. So they're walking, and then suddenly it gets dark, and Jesus starts to keep going. He starts to keep going, and they've come to their destination. They say, wait, why don't you have dinner with us? So they bring Jesus back, and they have Jesus eat with them. So you guys can stand right around this table here. This is their table. All right, and Jesus came to eat with them. And then Jesus took the bread. Jesus took the bread, and he broke it. And he blessed it, and then he shared it with them. And their eyes were open. They were amazed. They suddenly knew that was Jesus. Yes, exactly. All along and walking. And they didn't know. And suddenly when he fed them bread, and he broke it and said a prayer, they realized who it was. And then you know what happened? Jesus disappeared. And they said, "Oh my goodness, we have to go back and tell everybody." So they rushed back to where they came from. Look at them rushing. And they went and told people that Jesus appeared while they were eating the bread, and that they knew that he was with them all along. Their hearts were with Jesus, and they could feel Jesus in their hearts. That is a great story in the Bible. I love that story. And we can celebrate today. We can celebrate today. Can you give applause to our actors today? And every time we celebrate communion and we eat the bread and we drink the wine, we can remember that story, how Jesus, he's in this bread. He's with us when we eat the bread, just like he was with those disciples. Let's say a prayer. Can we fold our hands and say a prayer? Dear Jesus, you were with the disciples on that walk to Emmaus, and you are with us now. Help us remember you are always with us. Amen. You can go back to your seats.